would be kamal. It would be written like this. Like camel. That's where it comes from.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, so I'll write it again. Limit. Little squiggle mark over here. Squiggle mark over here. Like descent. Okay. Practice it about 3 times. And then do the rest at home. Next letter is mem. Okay. The easiest way to write it is like this. Kind of like G. Or you can do this. Doesn't matter. As long as it resembles something similar to that. This is mem. Usually an M sound in a language. The next letter is nun. The first upper base is slightly shorter than the lower. Nun stands for an N sound. Okay. The following letter is samek. And please pay attention to how it's written. You start at this corner and you almost do an O with a slight overpass. Samek. Okay, you get that? Next one will be ein. This is also a glottal stop. So it's usually written as almost like Y, capital Y. Make sure you write it this way because there's another letter in the alphabet that's similar to that but written differently. So this is ein. The next one down will be pe. Okay, it's written like this. You draw a little horizontal line and then you start doing an O circle without completing it. See that? Horizontal line, almost an O circle in the opposite direction. So horizontal line, pay. Okay? Next letter will be tzadeh. And it's written slightly differently. Please pay attention to how it's written. Make a little nose with a stick through it. There's a finish. This is tzadeh.
Did you mumble that there was a connection to it?
There's a nose with a slight connection or a stick to it. There's a connection over here now because I wrote it without a connector point right here. Okay. Next one is cough. It's not a cough, it's cough. So you write a slightly longer vertical line and then you do this. Kind of like the letter P, almost similar to it. This is cough. The next letter is resh. It's written almost like bet without the horizontal base. So you just do this. But write the horizontal portion longer so it doesn't resemble vav, which has a horizontal portion very short. Okay? So this is resh. Usually it's an R sound. And then the next letter, or rather next two letters, are written similarly. The only distinction between the two of them is position of the dot to the left or to the right of the letter, which distinguishes two sounds, s and sh. In the book of Judges, you will read about tribe of Benjamin who couldn't pronounce one word. They pronounced it as Sibboleth, when in fact it was supposed to be pronounced as Shibboleth, because they didn't know distinction between where that dot goes. And since we know that ancient scriptures do not have vowel sounds, they couldn't get that pronunciation from anywhere else, but from the original source of spoken tradition. So shin is written like this, or rather sin. Sin is the first one. Dot. Kind of like pitchfork, dot.
Does the line connect in the middle? To the
Yes,
base?
yes, it's connected to the middle. Just like in a pitchfork. So this is sin, and comparing it to shin would be the same thing, just dot will be to the right. Okay, and the last letter of the alphabet is the letter tau. And please pay attention, it's written similarly to hey and heth, but it has a slight extending base on the left leg. Okay? Tau. Where does the word alphabet comes from?
Aleph Bet?
Aleph bet, that's correct. So it's a Hebrew word that you knew all your life. Alphabet. It comes from Aleph bet. Even Greek took it in itself. Started with alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and so on. All right. Any questions about alphabet? No questions. Okay. We're not done yet. We're gonna get to the fun stuff about the alphabet. 5 final forms of the few Hebrew letters. We know that some Hebrew letters get certain changes when they appear at the end of the word. And these are the letters. Kof, Mem, Nun, He, and Tzadeh. When they appear at the end of the word, they usually have what is called final form. And that's how it looks like. I'm going to write them to the right of you. So this is final Kof. Final Mem will look like this. Final Mem. As you see, it's completely closed, while the Mem in the beginning of the word or in the middle is open. Final Nun is almost like final Kof, by the exception that the vertical horizontal line is actually shorter. Final Pe is written like this, like a little hangman. Lower down. And final Tzadeh is written like a reversed Y. questions about these final forms?
So, final forms appear when?
They appear at the end of the word,
Okay.
only at the end of the
Only.
word. Yes.
And it's only those letters when they're at the end of any word, they'll be
Yeah.
in that form?
Yeah, correct. If you would, for example, study Arabic, it would have beginning, middle, final, and a separate standing forms of each letter. Yes.
The first one, the bet, I guess, looks like the dalet
That's cough.
or cough. Okay. The cough looks.
Dalet will be shorter on this vertical portion. The cough is
Okay.
extending its tail slightly longer below the
Does that
normal size of the letter.
Okay.
If you would take them on the line, let's say we'll put them on the line,
Mhm.
this would be cough, this would be the final form. This would be mem, the final form will be also within the square. If it's noon, we'll have noon, but noon final will be slightly extending beyond. If it's pay will be here, slightly extending beyond. Same with tzadeh. If you would put tzadeh here, this would be the final letter. And in your textbooks, I think it's pretty clear how they appear. Okay? Any questions about the final letters? I will not ask you for the final letters on your quiz for the alphabet. You will have to kind of know them on your own without me double checking on them. Because otherwise you won't be able to read the letters if you don't know what the finals are. What the finals are.
It's done that way just to tell you that the word is over, or is there another reason?
Pretty much, because some of the texts were written without any spaces between words, so this was the only way to show that the word has ended and the second one is following. And also vav letter was used often to put the end to the preceding sentence and begin the following sentence, or distinguish one phrase and the other. Yes?
Is there any reason why these particular consonants are the only ones with final form? I mean, do more words end with these letters, or?
No, I don't know the reason for that. That's my final.
Not the answer I was looking for, but okay.
That's my final response. Okay, next portion of the chapter we're gonna learn is begat kafat letters. What are those? It's not some strange term. It's just all these letters put together and read at the same time. Begede kefete. Okay? Begat kafat. So if you put bet, gimel, dalet, then kaf, pei, and tau. Begat kafat. That's how you read them. So these letters are important in this particular portion of our discussion because there is a slight distinction in pronunciation of the letter if it's affected by a certain dot within it. There is a writing of these letters that can appear this way with dots in the middle of them. In this case, the bet is read as b sound. In this case, it's read as b sound. So this is b, this is v. In this instance, this